We are looking at introduction to Microsoft Word, and then we know Microsoft Word is one of the application software from our previous classes or videos. We mentioned system software and then application software. So Microsoft Word is one of the application software that a user will install on his or her computer based on what he wants to do. So far, Microsoft Word is one of the document processing applications that almost, let me say, 80 to 90% of every computer user uses in terms of processing documents. It comes as a package or as a suite. So Microsoft Word is in a suite form. So we have Excel, PowerPoint, Access, a whole lot, Publisher, and so on and so forth. But for today and then going forward, maybe in the next 1 or 2 to 3 weeks, we will be looking at Microsoft Word out of the Office suite. So as we keep doing, this class is all about practice. So we are going to quickly go to our computer, and then when we go to the computer, we are going to start, or I'll show you the Microsoft Office suite, and then from there we will look at where to open our Microsoft Word from. Last we did it, but I'll walk you through again, then we start. So first, if you want to start your Microsoft Word as a document, you go to Start. You click on the Start icon. Then when you click on the Start icon, you go through. You bring your mouse or your cursor to the edge here. You see that there will be a drop down arrow somewhere here. You drag it down, and you see that we have Microsoft Office. It's in a folder. So as you are going, you see the folder. So as you are going, you see the folder. Office. Yes. So it's in a folder. So when you see that folder and you click the folder, you see a lot of things inside, which includes Microsoft Word. So we will now click on the Microsoft Word, then open it. And so first, if now that you have seen what's the name, the Microsoft Office suite, bring the cursor to the small arrow at the end and click on it. You will see all the Microsoft Office products listed there. So all these things are products of Microsoft. We have the digital certificate, Microsoft this, Microsoft Access, Office Diagnosis. All these things you are seeing there, they are products of Microsoft Access. What is Microsoft Office? So it comes as a package. But we are learning how to, first of all, open Microsoft Word, and then also how to work in Microsoft Word. That is our objective for the next 3 weeks. It's very difficult, but if you stay consistent and you get the basic understanding, you'll be able to work in it. So now that you have been able to locate where Microsoft Office is, you go and click on it to open. That is the last product here. You click on it to open Microsoft Office Word. No, it's there. Office Word. You click on it to open. Word. Yes. Microsoft Office Word 2007. Yes, you click on it to open. Yes. So now you have successfully launched or opened your Microsoft Office. So when we say launch or open Microsoft Office Word, this is all that we want to do. So if it was to be a classroom course or something like the school curriculum course we are doing, first they'll ask you launch Microsoft Office Word or open Microsoft Office Word. This is just the process. You go to the start, you go to the start, you go to Microsoft Office Suite, and then you locate what's the name? Microsoft Office Word. Click on it. So let's do your Microsoft Office assessment. So we are going to look at the interface so that at the end of the day, when you come to this particular, I mean, window, things will be a little bit easy for you to do. So we are going to walk through the interface together. What you are supposed to know and then what you are supposed to note down. So first of all, we have this icon here. We have this icon here, which is the office icon. It's looking like the what's the name? It's looking like this start button. Correct. So this is what is used to, I mean, when you want to save or you want to do printing or you have a lot of things. So you quickly click on it and see what are the options. So when you click on this, you have the option to create a new document. You have the option to open an existing document. So assuming you have typed a document already and it's somewhere, you have the option to open it through this method. You also have the option to save. Last I explained the meaning between save and then save as. You have option to save and you have the option to save as. You can also export your document as a PDF and then you can print your document from here also. Basically, these ones are important, but they are not, I mean, for beginners. Publish, send. These ones, if you want to send a document by email, we will learn email later, so we will not look at the send. We are only interested in printing, save as, save, open, and then new. New is when you want to create a new document. So quickly, if I click on new, it will open another window. So if I click on new, see what will happen. It will open another window for me to start creating a new document. So I'll just quickly click on create. So I have two documents opened. This is one, and then this is another one. So now there are two because of the new I clicked. But I'll close one, and then we will use the other one. Okay, so now if you look at this option here, we also have option to also open an existing document. So last, you type your grandchildren's name. So we are going to open it from here. So I'll click on this, and when I click on this, it is going to take me to where you saved the file. Then I'll open from that particular place. So I'm looking for where you save them, and then I'll open it. Okay, it's like we deleted that particular thing. We deleted it. It's not there. Last we deleted it, so it's yes. But today we'll create some, so don't worry. Yes. So now if you come to this icon here, the thing that you are supposed to know is the new, the open, the save, and then save as. And then finally, if you are having a printer there, how to print a document. We cannot learn how to print a document when you don't have a printer. If there is a printer that is connected to your laptop, then we can learn how to print. Connected to your laptop. Connected to your laptop. Okay, so we will learn. So we'll find a day and then learn how to also connect your printer to your laptop and be able to print. At that point, anything you type, you'll be able to print it your own. So the print aspect will be left out for today. Next time, maybe we will find time, then I'll walk you through, because when you connect the printer to the laptop, you are supposed to install the printer system software, which we cannot do today. So we will leave the print out for another time. So when you come to this place, the things you are supposed to know is the new, the open, the save, and then the save as. We also have these two icons here. One is undo and one is redo. So this one will do anything that, let's assume you type something and you made a mistake. You click on this to say undo typing. You click on this. So if I click on this, the things will be deleting by one. But if I want to say what I did was right, so it should go back, I'll rather click on this option here to say redo. Then it will bring the options back for me.
Okay.
So now, after that, when you come to computer, or technology, everything counts. You see this small thing here, you may not think it's carrying a lot of things, or weight, but when you click on it, it's having a lot of information there. So everything you see in technology or in computer or whatever you are doing, you are not supposed to overlook that thing, because in reality you will say, what is this? But when you click on it, a lot of informations are there. The same thing applies to all the things you are seeing on the screen here. There are some places you might think nothing is there, or it's not important, but everything here is having a role to play when it comes to setting. So we are going to look at what is here first. You can see at the top here we have home, then we have insect, then we have page layout, we have references, we have mailings. And as you can see, anytime I click, that one becomes active, and then it opens a lot of under. So if I click on home, the home will now become active, and you can see it's active because it's highlighted and it has opened a lot of things under that particular home icon here. If I go and click different thing right now, these things that you are seeing here will change. You get it? So let's click on insect. You see that insect has brought another thing altogether, different thing altogether. When you click on page layout is also having its own icons, or let me say its own toolbars that it has come with. When we go to references, the same thing. Mailings, review, view, and then WP. All of them are having something different under them. So when we say home, insert, page layout, all these ones, they are put together and then called ribbons. The name is called ribbons. So if I ask you to go to the insert ribbon, you should know where it is. This is a ribbon, this is a ribbon, this is a ribbon. A ribbon is using, let's say, another tool under them or something like that. So if I click on this ribbon, it will open. If I click on this, so together all these ones are called ribbon. RIBBON. This is the name, how it is called. You get it? Now if you understand ribbon, then we can continue. Ribbon is just these things up here like this. Now we are going into details, I mean the toolbox and other things that comes with it. If we are able to understand all these things inside Microsoft Word, then when you are typing, it's going to be a little bit easy for you. Okay. Last, we learned cut and then copy and then paste. These ones are not active because we have not typed any document. As soon as we start typing inside our distance, it's possible that this cut and copy and paste, because we have not copied, the paste is also easy. But when we just copy, the paste becomes active. And we have learned this one, I mean, in our previous video or class. Cut, copy, and paste. It also works in when it comes to Microsoft Word. Yes, you can cut a document portion, you can paste a document portion, and then you can also copy a portion of a document and then go and paste it somewhere. So this is how copy and paste works. Now, when we are typing, we have something we call font size. You see, when I put the cursor here, you can see it says what? Font. When I put the cursor here, it says font. Font is simply, I mean, the style you want to apply to your document. The style you want to apply to your document. So let's quickly type something and then we will apply a font and see. So I will write my name is this. I am a tech instructor. So basically, let's say this is what we have typed. By default, you can see that the font is at this particular font, which is Calibri body. This arrow here tells us that a lot of fonts are also available that can be used for our documents. So if you want to apply that particular font or you want to apply that style, first you highlight everything. The option to change the font style. The font style, how it's normally looking. If it's not how you want it, you have the option to first of all change it to what suits you. And this can be done when you come to this font style here. When you click on this small arrow, it gives you a lot of options to select. That is why I said you are not supposed to overlook any small thing when it comes to computer. You see, initially you can't see anything, but when you click on this small icon here, a lot of things pops up, meaning every small thing counts. Okay, so now that we have typed this our document, the initial font style of this document is this. So if you want to change it, we will highlight the whole of this document and then click on this and decide which one we want. So as you can see, as soon as I select any of them, the document changes. So depending on what you are doing, you see, this is what I went for. So there are some fonts that are readable, there are some fonts that are not readable. This one like this is not readable, so you highlight everything and change it to a font that is readable. So going forward, I'll be giving you some assignment in Microsoft Word, Office Word, and be specifying which font you should be using and the size and other things. You have to understand it, or maybe when I bring the video, you take your time and go through. So this is where to get your font from. I can say that the document that you have typed, I want the font size to be, let's say, 50. So if you want to change the font size on Microsoft Office or Microsoft document, you come to this place. You see where the 11 is. That is where font can be changed in terms of size. In terms of size, this is where you can come to change it. So now that it is selected, I can click the drop down also and then say, okay, I want my font size to be 72. And you can see how big the font size is. So you can be reducing it to what you think is okay for you. So now if I select 36, this will be the new font size. Now this is where we change our font style, and this is where we change our font size. Okay, now going forward, there are a lot of things in Microsoft Word that you are supposed to know. Going forward, let's say this document that I have typed, I want to make it bold. You can simply click on this B icon here and it will be bolding for you. You can also click highlight on your document. Remember, anytime you want to make a changes to your document, you have to highlight it. So if you type this thing like this and you don't the way we were doing for the drag and drop, the same thing. So you hold down your mouse and then move it around the area you want it to be highlighted. Before you'll be able to apply any changes to a document, you must first of all highlight it. Okay, so now we have done bold. We are going to do other things. These ones are many. That's why I'm saying it will take us like 3 to 4 weeks. So we may be finding challenges, but we have to do it. It's necessary. Now if you want to make your document italics, you highlight the document and you click on the I. As you can see, when I place the cursor there, it says what? Italic. Italic simply means it will make the document a little bit slanty or something like that. You see, so when I did that, the document changed from the previous state to another. So now when I highlight the whole thing again, when I highlight the whole thing again, where is my mouse? When I highlight the whole thing again and then click on the I, it will go back to the normal state. Assuming you have typed a document and then the document you want to give it, like say underline it. You want to underline it. Let's say all pastors at AGC. Now all pastors at AGC, you want to underline this particular thing. You highlight all this one and then you can see from this place the U with line under. When you place it there, it says underline. You can see when I just brought the mouse, this says underline, but in front of the underline there is a small arrow there that can give you a lot of lines that you can use. So don't overlook any small thing. When it's like this, that's not all. You click on this one, you have the option to use this, you have the option to use double line, you have the option to use deep or even broken lines and other things. So you may be writing a document that needs to be underlined, or the headings needs to be underlined before you do the typing itself. So this is how to underline anything in Microsoft Word. Okay, but before you do anything to any document or file you have typed, the first thing is you must highlight that particular section that you want to apply changes to. Okay, now we want to change colors. We want to change color of a text. Now that we have highlighted this place, these 2 points, you can see these two sides here. These two sides here. One is a color for the background, and then one is a color for the text itself. So when I put it here, you can see that the inscription will say make a text look like it was marked with a highlighter pen, meaning that this particular area, when I click the small arrow, it will make the text like you are using a highlighter in your book. You are using a highlighter. So this one is applying to the background. Okay, and on the other one next to it, if you highlight all your document and you come to that place and select any color you want, that one will apply to the text, not the background. So as you can see, this applies to the text and then this applies to the background. So depending on what you are doing and the color you want, then you decide whether you want it for the background or let's say for the text itself. Now the next thing that we will look at is, say, let's say we have this thing, Gepa Ghana. Now you have typed Gepa Ghana. This is the document you are typing. First, you have been able to underline it. You have been able to underline it and it's now bold. You realize that the Gepa here is not in caps and you want everything to be in capital letters. You don't have to delete everything and go and type again. So the A before the colors here, before the color codings here, you see there's A, one is big and one is small. So when you put the cursor there, it will say change all the selected text to uppercase, lowercase, or other common capabilities, capitalization, sorry. So when you click on this, anytime you see any tool, you click on it. So you click on this and you see that we have sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, capitalization. So when I click on sentence case, the GG will be capital. So you can see sentence case, sorry, the G alone will be capital here. But when I use lowercase, everything will be small. When I use uppercase, everything will be in capital letters. So you don't have to delete everything you have typed and go and then retype it in capital letter by pressing the caps lock on the keyboard. You can simply come to this place and then say change each word to this. So if you say change each word to this, Gepa is a word and then Ghana is a word. So if you say change each word, then it means at the end of the day, you are saying each letter that is starting each word should be capital. If you want it to be lower, you go for the lowercase. If you want it to be upper, you go for the uppercase. So now if you come to this place, we have done copy, cut, copy, paste, font size here, font style, how to bolden your document, italic, underline, and then we have also looked at if you want to change all your text to lowercase or uppercase, and then we also look at if you want to change the background color of your document or even the color of the text itself. We have looked at that one too also here. So if you can see, this place that we are now, it's like a block on its own. I don't know if you can see. It's like a block on its own. So the whole of this block, come again. They are like one family, and the whole of this family put together is what we call font. So you can see that down here is written font. So everything about font, the size, the color, the background, the font style, everything is in this font family. So now this family has been looked at. We also have another family here, which is paragraph. You can see paragraph here. And then the paragraph is also having other things inside them. What we looked at here is a family of fonts. We also have a family of paragraph here. So the family of paragraph is also having a rule or something that they do. So we'll quickly look at it and then we'll move on. So first of all, if you can see, we have this family here, we have this small unit here, we have this small unit here. All these things put together forms the paragraph family. Let's put it that way. Okay, so now we are going to look at this. If you put the cursor here, you can see that they say what? Bullets. Anytime you put the cursor or the mouse on something, it tries to explain it. Yes, so this one is saying bullets. Fine. What bullet does is that, assuming you are writing a document or you are typing a document and you want to say have what's the name, some points in a bullet form. So let's say Gepa Ghana, we have Accra, right? We have Kumasi. Let's say we have Wa and then O. You don't want these ones to be listed like this, raw like that. You want it to be in a presentable way. So you can decide to highlight all these ones and then say you want a bullet. So when you click on this bullet, you have the option to use this. You have the option to use this, and I'm sure you are seeing the effects. I'm sure you are seeing the effects. Okay, so you have the option to use any of these bullets. So depending on the document you are preparing and then the bullet style that you want to go for, so you can decide to use any of this. So now this is how you get bullets when it comes to Microsoft Office. We also have, next to that bullet is what? Numbers. So assuming you don't want to use this bullet way, but you want to number them in ABCD or II or something, then you also have the option to do that. So you can click on this and then you click on the number and then say maybe you want to go by 1 2 3. You can see this 1 2 3 is 1 dot Accra, 2 dot Kumasi. This one is having brackets. You see. So depending on how you want it, this is III. So there are some documents when you are typing or when you are preparing, you do it like I, or let's say A, ABC, all these things. So all these things are taken from this family called paragraph. So here you are trying to add some styles to it by saying you want a bullet, you want numbering. The numbering can be 1 2 3, this form or this form, ABC, this form or this form. The II, you can even go with capitals or small letters, or even the ABC, the small letters. So this is how you get numbering too as well. Next to it, we have, you can see how even when you come, the structure will even tell. You see how it is. So it means it will be something like a tree form. You see how it is. You see. But basically, or normally, what we use is this place and then this place. But when you come here, we have a lot of options here, and then the bullets. Under it too, we have 1 2 3 4 things that I want to show you. It's also part of the paragraph. You see, by default, this one is highlighted. This one is highlighted, meaning that the text is aligned to the left. This means that the text that we have highlighted is aligned to the left. Assuming I want to push it to the middle, I'll just click on this. See what it will say. Say center. So I'll just click on center and my text will be in the center. If I want to make it go to the far right, I'll just click on this and then that's it. So if I want to bring it to say justify, I'll click on this and it will justify. So these 4 things here, one is justify, one is center, one is right, and then one is left. Normally the right, what's the name? The left and the justify almost do the same thing. You see, so when you click on the left and then you go back for justify, you don't see any effect. But when you come to center and then this, you see effect. Okay, so now you bring it to the center. Then now the next thing that we will look at is that when you come to this place, it's about how you want your items to be spaced or spacing. We will learn up to this place for today, so that I will not make the thing plenty for you. Then I'll give you something to do. Yeah, it's already plenty. So the last thing we will do for today, before maybe we'll continue, God willing, Wednesday, is that when you want to give spacing, you see the Accra, the Kumasi, the Wa, they are too close to each other. Some documents demand that when you are preparing, you give spacing. So if you want to give spacing, you only click on this icon here. You see the arrow is up and down. You only click on this. And when you click on this, you have option to give the space number you want. So if I click on 3.0, this is how the spacing will be. You see, if I click on, let's say, 2.0, this is how it will be. So I can give you a work to type and I'll specify the spacing that you should use. So you should know where the spacing things are. Because in this Microsoft Word, I can give you something. I'll say type and I'll say use this font style, use this font size, make this underlined, make this part bold, make the color red, make this, maybe give the font size. That is how Microsoft Word is done. So that one, anything they give you specification how you should do it. So when you bring the work, the person will check and see, okay, was the spacing 2.0? If it's 2.0, is it at the far left, or is in the center, or is at the right? Okay, did the person change the color as it was requested? Did the background change? So we look at all those things. So Microsoft Word, you have to take your time and then understand the basic things before you start doing more typing inside Microsoft Word. And these are some of the basics that you are supposed to know. Because if you look at what's the name, this one is what? Alphabet. This one is not really necessary. This is about sorting the letters in an alphabetical order. This is not really, we will get there in future. But the basic thing is you should be able to understand this place, you should be able to understand some parts of these paragraphs. Then we'll come to this place too in our next video. And all these things that we are doing falls under the home ribbon. Initially, I told you all these things are called ribbon. All these things that we are talking about here, that we have not even finished because we have not started this part, all of them falls under the home ribbon. Before we will come and look at what is under the insects, before we will come and look at what is under the page layout, before we look at this, so looking at the speed that we are going, it will tell us how many days we will finish this Microsoft Word. So the speed will tell. So today we have done under the home, we have done up to this place. So if I'm to give you work or something, I will give you something up to this place, of which I will type and send it through WhatsApp for you to be able to do and practice. But finally, before we go or before we end for this, and then I will show you the email how to set up. Let's look at, after typing a document, how to save it. Because when I give you assignments and you type, you will save it. When you save it and I come, then you open. So finally, we are looking at how to save the file. So let's say we have typed the document Ghana most okay, let's say Ghana Ghana regions, uh, Ghana regions and capital. So now let's say you have typed this and you want to save the document. You first of all come to this icon we spoke about from the beginning. You click on it and then you go to save as. So when you click on the save as, it will give you the option and then option for you to give the file a name. So you can decide to change the name or maintain the name that pops up. Then now the next thing that you are supposed to do is to look for where you want the file to be. So if you want the file to be inside or to be on desktop, you click on desktop. If you want the file to be in downloads, you click on downloads. If you want the file to go inside a specific folder, you click on that folder before you save it. So this assignment I'm going to give you at the end of today, you are going to type a document and you give it a name of which I will specify, then ask you to save it to a particular folder. So when I come, I'll open that particular folder. So what you simply do is after typing the document, you click on the document, go to save as, locate the folder that you have created, click on that folder before you now click on save. That is how to save a document when it comes to Microsoft Office Word. So basically, this is all that I will do for today for Microsoft Word. When it comes to copy and paste, you understand it. Insert, we have not gone to this place. We have only done up to the second block, which is after the font, it came to paragraph. And under them, we have done a lot of things. And under the thing that we have done, I'm expect that if I give you something, you should be able to. So change colors, change the font style, bolding, the font size, paragraphs. These basic ones, I know if I give you anything under them, you'll be able to do it. So I'll end for here. Then we'll do